What is happening, good people of YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Today's video, we're back here in Farming Simulator 25, episode number 39. And in the last episode, we left off with kind of a mess. We bought a stone picker and we really didn't know how to unload it. So we ended up with a couple of big piles of stones in one of our fields. We finally figured out that we could unload it in our small trailer. So we went to the store, bought a little front loader for the John Deere, ended up picking up the stones, putting them in the trailer, and then we took these stones to the concrete plant and we sold them. And we only made about 490 bucks with all those stones. So stones is not a very profitable thing here in Farming Simulator 25, and we figured that out. But the stone picker is fun. It is an extra option for contracts, so money pretty well spent. I mean, anything that's fun has a price tag on it. I don't know what that means. Maybe you know what that means, and you can leave in the comments down below. But to start off this episode, we have got some work to do just to end the second day in July, and we are looking forward to moving into the month of August, where we can harvest our rice field, which is dead ahead of us. And one of the things that we have to do, we do have to buy a rice harvester, but we have $354,000 in the bank, so I don't think that's going to be a problem. Let's hop in the old Deutz Fahr here. We do have one contract that we just picked up. It's a mowing contract. I think it's about $6,000 for that contract, so we are going to hook up our mowers. Even though it's raining, and doing the grass mowing contracts in the rain really is a kind of a pain in the butt because you get bogged down with the wet grass. It's kind of like mud, but that's okay. We need the money to add to our bank account. And it is possible, maybe even in this episode, where we get through the month of August, we might have enough money to buy the Tailor Shop, and that is pretty exciting. One of the end goals of this series. And I'm really not sure where the mowing contract is. We're just running around here all willy-nilly, and I think it's down this way. It's field number 11, and we're going to head there right now and do that contract. I was kind of disappointed in the stones. You know, I thought about buying the smaller concrete plant where you can kind of like our little sawmill, and I thought about having it over there, but I did some testing in between the last episode and this episode, and that little tiny concrete thing, I mean, it takes months to turn the stones into something profitable, and it's not even that profitable. So it really is kind of a waste of time for stones unless you're going to use the products like the concrete and the roof plates to build something. So maybe that's something that we'll get into. We might go over to that grain elevator museum, and perhaps that needs some concrete at some point to build it up. And if that's the case, then we will certainly look into buying that concrete, the little concrete plant thing that turns the stones into you know, concrete and concrete bags, stuff like that. All right, let's go ahead and unfold the mowers. And let's lower these things down. All right, contract underway. Another mowing contract. We love the mowing contracts. In between the last episode and this episode, I also did another deadwood contract, and we were able to fill the sawmill up with some more wood, so that's pretty full. And I think this is the last thing that we have to do here in the second day of July before we go sleep. And we really can have a conversation now about what to spend the money on next. I really like the idea of buying that Tailor Shop, and you have to think, is it too soon to buy the Tailor Shop? Should we get into cotton? One of the things we can do is just start squirreling away money and see how quickly we can get up to, you know, about $500,000, I think is what it's going to cost to really get into some cotton. I mean, we'll have to buy a field, we'll have to buy some specialized equipment, and that is going to be pretty pricey. I think the cotton harvester that we want is like $600,000, something like that. So it's definitely going to take some work and some time and money, but I feel like we can do it. A couple more harvests of grass, and with all the lettuce that we have going on and the fabric and the wood, some pretty big money makers here in Farming Simulator 25. So we'll just have to keep grinding along. We also have a lot of contracts that we can do. We have a harvester now, so we might think about doing some harvesting contracts. I've never done a harvesting contract, and maybe it's a situation where you can take the product that you harvest from the field and you can, you know, sell it for your own profit. I'm really not sure. We'll have to experiment with that too. So gosh, without further ado, let's complete this mowing contract and we can move ahead to the month of August. All right, back from the mowing contract, and boy, this thing is chock full of mud. I mean, that mud is really thick out there, and that's a tough contract to complete when it's raining outside. So we are going to clean off the mowers, clean off our Deutz Fahr here. Just make sure we keep everything nice and clean. Don't want the maintenance costs to rise up on these. Once these things are clean, I think that's all that we need to do for the month of July. We're gonna head back to our house, take ourselves a nice snooze. All right, there we go, dropping off the mowing equipment. Let's take this tractor back to the main farm. And once we get to the month of August, we have to do all the usual things. We're gonna check on some of the prices. We're going to check the used vehicle section. Hopefully there's going to be a used rice harvester that we won't have to spend the $95,000. Highly unlikely, but you know, we want to roll the dice. All right, Deutz Fahr is needing a little bit of gas. Let's pull up here and we can put some diesel in that thing. And there we go. It is all full. We're just going to park this guy right here. Let's go ahead and turn it off, and for right now, that's all we have to do for this month. Let's go ahead and get paid for that contract. There we go, $359,000. Checking on the contracts. We got another dead wood. We don't need any wood. We got some baling. We got some harvesting contracts, but that's pretty much it. Taking a look at the harvesting contracts, we've got a canola one. These have been there since the last episode. And some of these are pretty small fields, some of them are bigger fields. Looks like you do have to take the product to a specific location, and this one only pays out $3,628. Yeah, this one's a little bit smaller, but again, you got to take that product all the way across the map for only $2,000. This one's a little bit less of a drive. 2.5 acre field for $3,000. It is oat. We could potentially do that one, but I'm not really sure that these are going to be worth the money, so we'll just have to be select. I want to do one just to say that we did it with our harvester, but we're going to have to be selective in what we do. All right, let's not waste any more time. Let's go ahead and sleep and get through to the month of August. Yes, a good night's sleep. It's what every farmer needs to start the summer right, and that is what we're doing here. Well, here we are, the first day of August. Boy, this is super exciting. Not a cloud in the sky, and whoa, don't stare directly into the sun. You might burn your eyes out. 7:30 in the morning. I tell you what, I mean, this is just a beautiful sight here. Beautiful weather that we're having. Not too hot outside, at least I hope not. We have got to do our typical things, such as check the prices, check the used vehicle section. We got our grass growing. It's 50% fertilized, so we're going to have to fertilize all of our grass. Now, this was our oat field, if you remember, and we are just temporarily putting some grass in here to make some money. Here is our rice. It is ready to harvest, and look at it. It looks beautiful. And the one thing that's missing is a rice harvester. So let's go ahead and check the used vehicle section. Will we get lucky? Will there be a used harvester? And no, there is not. Wow, there's a spader. There's a slurry tanker. There is this harvester here, $147,844. Geez, a whiz. It's got 10 months of use on it, but boy, that's a big old harvester right there. Man, the capacity on this thing, 8,600 liters. I mean, this is a nice big harvester. I wonder if we should trade in our harvester and buy this one. I mean, honestly, net cost, it would only cost us about $47,000, I guess. We do have the right header for it, the Fendt Free Flow 25 foot. Here is our harvester now. The capacity on this thing, well, it's 8,000 liters. It's only 600 liters more in the other one, so I don't know that we're going to spend the money, especially we don't really use it. We're going to use it once a year, so I guess we'll just keep this one. It doesn't seem like the right thing to do to spend that money when we're trying to save it. Tell you what we could do, though. We could buy this thing. We could fix it up and we could resell it next month. I mean, this thing will probably make us about $15,000-$20,000 to go ahead and repair this. That might be something that we do in this episode. I don't know, we'll have to think about it. But first things first, we need to buy ourselves a rice harvester. Here it is, the Asiki. It is awesome, $95,000. Man, this thing is real cool. It's the only one that's available. So let's go ahead and buy it. Oh, here it is in all of its glory. We have hopped in this thing and we are ready to take it back to the farm. Look at the smile on our face. I mean, we are super excited to be driving this thing back to the farm to harvest our rice. This is going to be one hell of a journey. And let's go ahead and start this thing up. And there we go. Wow, this thing is cool. Big old pipe on it. We got some tank treads on this thing, and away we go. And whoo, this thing spins around pretty quickly. I mean, it's like a zero turn, and that is awesome. On our way back to the farm, man, I'm so excited I could pee myself, but I won't, because I mean that would be embarrassing. Then be sitting in this rice harvester with my pants full of pee. Nobody wants that. But I tell you what, if you are excited about this rice harvester and you're excited about this rice field coming up, smash that like button for the rice. I mean, if you like rice, just smash the like button. That's all you got to do. It's not that hard. Well, I'll tell you what though, this thing might be competing with the barge as the slowest moving thing in Riverbend Springs. I mean, this thing is like a orange turtle coming down the road.
Many months later.
All right, here we are at the field, the rice harvester ready to go. Let's go ahead and turn on our GPS lines. We're definitely going to need those, I feel like. We'll do 3 headlands. Let's go ahead and turn on those lines, and there they are. All right, turning on the harvester. We're lowering the harvester. This thing is ready to go, and let's get started. Harvesting our rice here, Farming Simulator 25. This is a big milestone for us, a big achievement, and it's pretty cool. And hopefully it's going to be profitable. I'm not sure, you know, how many thousands of liters of rice we're going to get from this field. Hopefully it's enough to make a pretty penny. Oh geez. Tell you what, a little bit hard to control here just in the beginning. Getting used to that zero turn. And we did leave a couple stalks of rice behind, and we'll go pick those up. We'll clean it up at the end. Make sure we leave no rice left behind. All right, well, there it is. The rice field has been harvested, and we got way less rice than I thought we would get for it. I think we only have about 5,000 liters in the trailer, and that is pretty disappointing here. Rice at its peak, I think I remember it was about $3,000 per 1,000 liters. Oh, let's turn those lines off. So as we were saying, the amount of rice that we got, pretty disappointing. It's going to be about $15,000 profit, and that's I don't know, for all the kind of the work and the time spent waiting for it. The question you have to ask yourself is it worth it? I'm not sure what the answer to that is. It's a personal preference. So let me know in the comments down below. Have you done rice? And is it worth it to do? Do you have to get a production chain going in order to make rice profitable? Because I tell you, even though, you know, $15,000 is profitable, it's not the greatest. All right, rice at its peak, $3,440. Taking a look at $3,528 at the farmer's market. I think that's where we're going to go ahead and sell it. We've got 5,548 liters, and basically you just take 5.54 and you multiply that by the 3,400 or whatever number, and we're probably looking at somewhere in the neighborhood of $15,000 to $17,000. So I don't know, you know, it's not very profitable. I'm glad we did it. Glad we had the experience of doing rice. Would I, you know, produce a whole bunch of rice fields? I don't think so. Not unless I had some specific thing in mind. Where the hell did we drop this at? No, not here. I think it's on the other side. Oh, here it is. Okay. Here's where we sell our rice. Let's just see what the exact dollar amount is. All right, $19,554, so about $20,000, a little bit more than I thought it was going to be. Honestly, it's okay. I mean, any money's good money. Would I do it over again if I had the chance? Yeah, I probably would, just because the experience is great and it's kind of fun. Let's go ahead and park this trailer on the side of the greenhouses here. We'll go ahead and detach that. Now, I tell you what we have to do now. I think we have to check on some prices and perhaps sell some lettuce. All right, taking a look at the price of oat. We do have oat in our silo. Looks like we're gonna have to wait until December to sell that one at its peak. Goat milk is going to be great next month, so we're going to hold off on that till September. We should have about 3 or 4 pallets of goat milk to sell. Yeah, and lettuce actually took a little bit of a tick up here in August, and it's going to dip down pretty far in September. We're going to have to wait for 3 more months for it to be the price that it is now. And tell you the truth, I don't really feel like waiting 3 more months. So we'll probably take this to the farmer's market. Just a tick under 3,000 for 1,000 liters. Taking a look at our production chains, looks like the greenhouses are going to need some water here soon. Our sawmill's pretty much full, and that is kicking out some product. We'll have to drive by to see if there's any pallets of wood over there. Man, that spinnery, I tell you what, it is chock full of wood and just cranking out that fabric. So we'll have to gather up our wool, take it over to the spinnery, see how much fabric is there. Fabric is on a decline, so perhaps we should wait to sell the fabric. Looks like the playground's only offering us $12,765. So yeah, we're gonna hold off on selling the fabric for right now. All right, hopping into the Deutz Fahr. Let's go grab our little trailer. And we're gonna sell our lettuce. We also have to take back, oh my God, look at this. We've got an accident. We have got an accident right here in front of the farm. Gosh, hopefully everybody's okay. We gotta check on them. Boy, oh boy, that's bad. We got the red van is smacked right into the school bus, and geez, I hope everybody got out okay. Not sure what happened here, but all these guys, everybody's staying in their car. Nobody's getting out and helping. I mean, hey man, you gotta help out. I mean, look, he looks so pissed right now. I mean, he's on his way to work. Look, he's got his GPS on in the car, and he is just pissed. Wow, a bunch of angry people here in Riverbend Springs. Let's get the hell out of here before somebody starts a fight. All right, we gotta remember where our little trailer is. I think it's down here on the lower farm. We do have some wool we're gonna collect up, and we are gonna take that to the spinnery. As a matter of fact, I don't even know that we need our little trailer. We probably just need our auto load trailer. Make things a little bit easier for us. Probably got about 5 pallets of wool here. And I tell you what, the 4 sheep pens that we have, they are producing enough wool to really get that spinnery running. And you know what, our auto load trailer isn't down here. Oh look, we have a pallet of wood. Well, I'll tell you what, while we're down here, we are going to grab our little trailer and we're going to grab this wood. And we checked on the price of fabric. It's not really a good time to sell it. Yeah, only $12,497 at the playground, but honestly, prices aren't going to be good again for like 6 more months. So maybe we should go up there and see if there's any fabric. All right, I'll tell you what we'll do. We're gonna grab, we can't grab our wool. We don't have a front loader. No! God, what are we doing here? We are all discombobulated. I mean, harvesting that rice really got us all flustered. Well, let's grab that auto load trailer and we'll do the wool, we'll do the lettuce. I think we also have to fertilize our grass fields, something that we can do this first day in August. God, we just smacked over a road sign. I mean, we're out of our minds right now. We harvest the rice and all of a sudden we can't even think straight. And the question is, where do we put the auto load trailer? All right, I see it. It's over by our house. Boy, we really got to do a better job of keeping track of our stuff. All right, here it is. Looks like our rice sapling thing is full as well. And let's take a peek. I know rice saplings go for a pretty penny, but you have to have so much. I mean, it's 24 pieces, 180 kilograms, and I don't think these things sell for much. Yeah, I mean, oh gosh, 68 liters, and that's just not a lot. But the thing about the rice saplings is we're not going to need them again until April. So I wonder if we should scoot by and just sell them, make a couple bucks. I don't know. We're not going to worry about it right now. Right now we're going to worry about our lettuce and trying to make some extra money here. $283,000 in the bank account. I mean, honestly, I kind of feel like we should be saving our money and working towards cotton. All right, let's put this lettuce in here. And this is going to give us, I think we have 6 pallets of lettuce here. Probably have another couple down by the sheep pens. It's going to give us about 8 pallets of lettuce. And I'm not really sure what they're going to be selling for. It should be somewhere around $3,000 per pallet. So it's going to be another, $24,000, something like that. I don't know. I can't do the math that quick. All right, let's head to the lower farm and grab up the lettuce down there. And it's pretty exciting, the thought of getting some cotton stuff going. We'll have to take a look at the cotton as far as seasonally, when you can plant it, when you can harvest it. We'll have to look at buying a field for cotton, or perhaps we can find a cotton field that's already established and we can buy up the field. We're going to need a cotton harvester. There are only 2 options as far as the cotton harvesters go. One is a Case, and I think the other one is a John Deere, if I'm not mistaken. And honestly, there's a red one and a green one, and I remember using the red one in Farming Simulator 22, and I liked that one better than the green one, and it's a little less expensive. But it's probably, I can't remember the price, but it's somewhere around $600,000, I think, which is a lot of money. I mean, we're halfway there. The question is, how long is it going to take us to save up another $300,000? And are we better off just, buying additional fields and doing some arable crops and stuff like that? I'm not really sure. All right, let's get this lettuce downloaded. There we go. And it looks like, 307 is now our bank account. So it looks like that was about $24,000 in money that we got from our lettuce. I tell you what, we're probably just going to pull this trailer right back over here, kind of where it was. And we'll just leave it sitting here. Although, we're going to need it for our wool. Let's go down, we'll pick up our wool, we'll take it to the spinnery. The other option is, because we have so much wool in the spinnery, perhaps we can sell it. Yeah, not a great time to sell wool. Looks like we're only getting 2,600 per pallet. So it's kind of very similar to lettuce. So let's just take it and we'll dump it in the spinnery. All right, there we go. Almost 7,000 liters of wool. Oh gosh, another sign's gone. Jeez. Rest in peace, road sign. Let's go ahead up to the spinnery. We're going to drop all this wool off. We got to fertilize our grass fields, and I don't know that there's much else left to do this first day of August. It's not really many contracts out there. I mean, we can take one more look. The contracts do change as the hours tick by every day. So maybe there'll be some good contracts out there for us to do. But honestly, we could just sleep through to the second day of August, and even sleeping through to the month of September. We also have to cultivate our rice field so that we can replant it. This is a field that you can't really turn it into grass and make some extra bucks in between rice harvests, because you have to convert the field back to a regular field, and then you have to basically pay money to convert it back to a rice field again. So Basically, once you have a rice field, you have a rice field, and that's all it is. All right, good news is there's no fabric up here, so we don't have to make the decision about selling it. We do have this fabric that we're going to drop right here. All right, let's go ahead and unload all this. There we go. So the spinnery has 20,000 liters of wool in it. And I don't think it's churning out fabric fast enough where it's going to ever run out again. I mean, with 4 full sheet pen. Oh my God, look at this guy just not even looking. I mean, it's a merge area. He didn't even look. He just pulled right out in front of us. A big ass tractor like this going to run your ass over. I mean, geez, you better pay attention or you're going to get flattened here in Riverbend Springs. We got to figure out what to do with this field over here too. We do not want potatoes. And we do have some wool here. And God, it sucks driving through a potato field with all the ridges. I tell you what, let's suck up some of this wool. Wow, we are killing it with the wool. I mean, is there anything else that we can use the wool for? Honestly, we should find out. Maybe there's some other production chain that uses wool. I mean, we have enough of it. All right, let's drive around here. Say hello to our sheep. They're chilling out in their pen. They're just so happy. You can see it on their faces. All right, almost another 4,000 liters of wool. There's our stone picker. We're gonna have to move that out of that field so we can fertilize it. Here is our rice field. We'll have to cultivate that at some point. Take a look at the crop counter for rice. I mean, we can't plant it until the spring, and that field's just gonna have to sit there. So it's kind of a shame. The field made us about $19,000, and that's going to be once a year. So not very profitable for rice, but I'm assuming that you can find stuff to do production chain wise. I mean, you can get lots of stuff going with rice. You can have rice flour in a grain mill. You can have rice oil from an oil mill. There are some options for rice. Because by itself, just like a lot of other products here in Farming Simulator, by themselves, they don't really make a whole lot of money. All right, there we go. All of the wool is gone, even though it still shows. Oh, there we go. Boxes are gone. So let's head back to the farm. We'll park our little trailer off to the side. We will grab the stone picker. We're going to move it out of the way. We got to fertilize all of our grass fields. Hopefully we have enough fertilizer in the sprayer. We're going to check the contracts, even though I don't think we're going to be doing any. And we can start to look at some options for either saving up to buy cotton or maybe buying another field. I mean, we have $307,000. We have a combine harvester, we have a rice harvester, we have all the equipment that we need, so we don't need to make any big equipment purchases. So this money is ours to play with. Now the other thing that I think we should do is get another greenhouse here. We could finish off our greenhouse row. We can have 4 big greenhouses there along that row, churning out that lettuce. Big money maker here for us on the farm. All right, honestly, I know we're gonna pick up the rice saplings. I just want to sell them, and this is not a lot, but let's just get them out of here. I mean, it's just gonna keep making them. We're not gonna have to worry about running out of rice saplings by the time it comes to plant the field in the spring. So might as well just sell them. We'll see. I mean, we're probably only gonna get a couple $100 for them. All right, there we go. It's 240 pieces of rice saplings. Not a whole lot. We'll take it over here to the farmers market. We'll get a couple bucks for it, I'm sure. All right, we got about $1,000 from all that, so not really worth it. But you know what? $1,000 is $1,000. Put that money right in the bank, and let's go ahead and park this trailer back over here where it belongs. All right, we do have a stone picking contract down on field number 70, but it's only $1,348, so we're probably going to skip that one. Speaking of stone contracts, let's go ahead and move this stone picker out of the way. I mean, it was on sale, so we bought it, but probably not the best purchase that we could have made. But it was fun. It is fun. Let's just get this thing out of the way. We'll just sit it right here. And maybe at some point we should buy a shed. Yeah, cotton harvester, this case too, that's where it's at right here. I really like the way this thing operates. Pretty easy, nice big square cotton bales. I mean, this thing's kind of cool too, but $847,000, that is a lot of money. So $485,000, we're not far off from this, man. That is, that's pretty exciting. So maybe we save up 500,000 bucks, we can buy that thing. I mean, we'll probably have to buy some sort of cotton trailer thing, which I think, I mean, this thing looks pretty good. There's also this thing, which I think holds, you know, a couple more square bales. I mean, if you take a look at cotton, you can plant it in February and then you can harvest it in October. So 2 months, man, in 2 months, can we come up with the money to buy a cotton harvester and maybe buy a field? Taking a look at the map, there are only 2 cotton fields available. One is right by our farm. Wow, field number 30, $124,000. Boy, shoot, that's a lot of money we are going to need to save in the next 2 months. I don't think we can do it. We are going to have some grass we can harvest in a couple months. All right, let's hop into the John Deere tractor here. We got to drop off our front loader. Let's just put it right here. There we go. We got to pick up our pallet fork, which I believe is sitting over here. All right, there we go. Pallet fork is on. We're going to go grab the wood and the small trailer. We'll take the wood to the playground, and we have to grab our fertilizer spreader, and we definitely need to fertilize our grass fields. I think that's all we're going to do before we sleep. We just got to find our fertilizer spreader. I think it's down here at the lower farm. So some of the options: buy another greenhouse. It's going to be $36,000. We'll fill it up with water, and maybe it can recoup itself in cost in the next couple of months. I don't think it will. And I really don't think we're going to have a chance to purchase a cotton field and have enough money to buy the cotton harvester in the next 2 months. So we might have to wait on that until the spring or winter, when we can go ahead and purchase you know, some equipment. We'll have definitely enough money by February, so we can maybe at least plant a cotton field. So that'll be the plan as of right now. All right, there are the wood beams. Let's go ahead and take these to the playground. All right, here we go. Coming up to the playground, let's sell these long planks. There we go. $6,864. Gosh, I thought it'd be more money than that, but perhaps this time of year, the playground's not paying us that much. That's fine. It's their right. You know, they own their own small business up here, so they can charge whatever they want for products, and we can choose whether to sell it there or sell it somewhere else. Now let's head back to the farm. We're going to grab our fertilizer spreader. We got to fertilize our grass fields, and I think then we're going to sleep into the second day of August. All right, grabbing the fertilizer spreader. Let's go ahead and get this field here, and then we'll go across the street. We'll get our other field. And we're probably going to have to fill this thing up with fertilizer at some point. All right, there we go. All the grass fields are fertilized. Let's go ahead and take this fertilizer spreader back, and we're going to start keeping our equipment sort of in the same spot. So the fertilizer spreader will stay down on this farm. And thinking about buying the cotton fields and getting a cotton equipment in the next 2 months, I don't think it's going to happen. I think there are other things that we can spend our money on in the meantime, Let's go ahead and drop the fertilizer spreader off, and that's all we need to do for today. We're going to head back up to the farm. We are going to sleep. We'll check out the second day of August. Probably going to be a pretty quick day. I don't think there's going to be much we need to do before we move into the month of September. Might have a couple little miscellaneous bits and bobs that we need to do. But with $311,000 in the bank, I think we might want to buy that fourth greenhouse and just sit it right here. So it seems like a pretty good idea to me, just to have another source of income here with that lettuce. I mean, lettuce is such a good money maker here in Farming Simulator 25. All right, let's go ahead and park the truck here. I'm wondering if we should cultivate the potato field. I just don't know what we would plant in there aside from grass, and I'm kind of sick of doing grass. I mean, we could do another rice field, or we could use that field, maybe put another sheep pen over there or something, or greenhouses, or we just like kind of build a lot. Maybe put, store some equipment, like I said, in a shed, something like that. So, not really sure. We're going to turn off the tractor. Let's go ahead and run over, and we're going to sleep to the second day of August. All right, here we go. Getting a good night's sleep. We're not going to have much to do this second day of August, but we'll figure out something, and hopefully we can get through to the month of September and start thinking about our plans for the winter time. Here it is, August the 2nd, or the second day in August. A little overcast for us. Got some cloudy skies, got some rain coming in later this afternoon, according to the weather forecast. Taking a look at the used vehicle section, not much in here. We do have a header for a forage harvester. We've got this trailer. We do have a seeder here. None of this equipment we need, so it's not going to do us any good. All right, nothing's changed with the prices. I just checked really quickly. Gosh, lettuce, I mean, look, we're always going to have a couple of pallets of lettuce that spawn every day, and lettuce is on the decline. We can wait a couple months until the prices come back up. Here is our grass field. It's still growing. I mean, nothing's happened because we haven't gone into the month of September. Coming down to the lower farm, we are 100% fertilized on all of our grass fields, so that's good. Looks like we do have some wood over here. Looks like it's just some regular wood. It's just a pallet of wood. So we could sell that. Goat milk is going to have to wait. We do have 3 pallets of goat milk, but next month it spikes up, and I think the highest price is in September. Yeah, taking a look at regular wood planks, I mean, not much money for the wood planks, $4,600, but next month they do go down in price. All right, we're going to hop in the old John Deere tractor, and we're going to go down to the lower farm. We're going to grab the wood, take it to the playground to sell it, and I think that's going to be it. Then we're going to sleep into the month of September. We do have to check the contracts. I'm not sure if there's going to be anything that piques our interest there. We'll check it out just to make sure. You never know, there could be some, massive mowing contract or some sort of stone picking contract that we want to do. We'll probably wait until September to do another deadwood contract to fill up our sawmill. I mean, that's another thing we could do too. We could buy another sawmill just to have 2 of them going. I know we had talked in a previous episode about the grain elevator museum and buying a piece of land down there, putting a sawmill on it, and really kind of going to work on that grain mill elevator. I've had some really great comments with some information on that, and I just want to thank you guys for that. I mean, honestly, your comments really get me through this series, helps me out a lot, and also lets me know that people are still watching this. I mean, we're 39 episodes into a Rags to Riches series, and your continued support and views and comments really kind of help keep me going so that I can continue to make these videos. I am thinking about another series, however. I mean, this series, once we buy the Tailor Shop, the series is pretty much going to be done. We're going to have accomplished most of our goals here, so we just need to get that Tailor Shop going and get our bank account. I'd say we'll get our bank account up to like $1 million or something like that. Once we accomplish those two things, all of our goals will have been met, and at that point we can end the series and we'll just start a new one. And I'm thinking about maybe doing a series on a modded map. Maybe Alma, Missouri sounds great. New Hope is always good. You can kind of create your own fields and really kind of set it up how you want. I like the idea. There's a map. It's like a central Pennsylvania map, and I spend a lot of time in central Pennsylvania, and I'm very familiar with it up there. A lot of great farmland up there, so maybe something like that. Something similar to a Rags to Riches series where we're not really going to start with anything, and we're going to pick a production chain or two. We're going to randomize it, just like this series. We'll randomize a production chain that we have to set our sights on. We'll probably randomize a couple, products, like crops that we have to focus on, just to kind of make it interesting. I'm going to try to stay away from doing silage, just because I'm just kind of tired of it, honestly. But we'll still keep the same theme, doing contracts and working our way from rags to riches. I'm also curious about the Hunan Pantai map, and I'm probably saying that wrong, but that map really piques my interest. I haven't done anything on that map. I haven't had any playthroughs on that map, so that would be kind of fun to do as well. Or we could do a modded map. Something interesting. Let me know in the comments down below. Have you guys checked out any of the modded maps for consoles, and which ones do you find intriguing? I want to find one where you can start from scratch mode, and you don't really start with vehicles or anything. And a couple of those downloaded maps and modded maps, when you start from scratch mode, it always starts with like vehicles and land and buildings and animals, and I'm not looking for any of that. I want to kind of earn all that stuff. I don't want to start with it if I'm doing a Rags to Riches type series. Now, I will say that I'm also thinking about just doing like a vanilla challenge or an own the map challenge, and I could do that on Hunan Pantai. Just start with the regular new farmer mode where you start with the farm and some equipment and some fields, and just start working your way up and see if you can own the map. I might have to come up with some rules as far as that goes, just to make it interesting. And the other thing, I saw there's one of the farming simulator content creators I watch, Zorch Farming. If you guys haven't checked him out, check him out. I really like his content. His voice is amazing and soothing, and just the way he does his series, really, really cool. And I just love his channel. But he did a series when the game first came out, the Triple Threat Challenge, I think is what he called it. And you start on Hunan Pantai, and you have to buy a specific field, and you sell all the stuff on that field, and then you randomize like a crop type, you randomize an animal that you have to do. It was really cool challenge. So that really piques my interest as well, something that I'm thinking about doing. All right, here we go. It's $4,649 in the bank. We're going to head back to the farm. Not really anything else we have to do the second day of August. We are going to sleep into the month of September, and we'll probably get into the month of September in the next episode. So, guys, I want to thank you for continuing your support on the channel. Thanks for watching the video. Thanks for definitely all the love and support you guys are giving me. Don't forget, subscribe to the channel. Hit that bell notification so that you're notified of all the content coming out. Hit the like button. Even if you don't like the video, you gotta hit it as part of the YouTube rules. And most importantly, leave your comments down below. Let me know that you're watching. Let me know that you're interested in this series continuing at least for a little bit longer. I definitely appreciate all the comments. But most importantly, I want to thank you guys for letting me be a part of your day. It means a lot. We're going to come back in the next episode in the month of September and keep this series rolling. And we will see you all in the next video.